Hey TSG, this is Ben. Today we're going to be going over one of the first sequences with the Zwerchhau. This is going to be a weak bind response, and again we'll keep these kind of short and pass through a few of these at a time so we can cover a lot of material. So first one is going to be a short bind response with the Mutieren on it. So what I'm going to do is, building off of the way we do the Zwerchhau in the last video, which again is some ways slightly unorthodox, some ways not. We are going to basically be doing that step, if we can do it. If they've launched at me first, then I'm going to do my Zwerch straight out to try to hit him. If in creating that pressure, he pulls back. So oftentimes when I'm doing the Zwerchhau, I'm planning on making contact mid-blade. As he's cutting at me, I'm shooting my strong to mid-blade to his strong to make that cut work. Not necessarily on his weak. So generally what that leads to is a very strong bind. If for some reason he sees that coming and he feels that pressure and he backs out with it as I launch, but still cuts, or keeps the distance wide, or maybe I misjudge that distance and it ends up being wider than I think it needs to be, you end up with a weaker bind. And in my experience, which again may be atypical, but in my experience, strong binds are more common than weak binds with the Zwerchhau. So take it for what it's worth. But that happens oftentimes if he widens that distance. And then the bind on the blade moves from here, and it kind of moves up toward the weaker side of the blade. And if that happens, so I'm here for whatever reason, maybe I put the pressure on and I cut and he moves back, then I'm going to move into Mutieren as the follow-up. So step, there, and then I'm going to wind underneath. As I do that wind underneath, I like to do is move to horizontal blade. I'm maintaining contact right here. His blade is on my strong, so I'm here. I wind horizontal and I go down, thrust down to the lower opening. If you're cutting with Zwerchhau, I promised this in the last video and I never got to it. For me, the Zwerchhau angle is not as important. So the angle may come slightly descending. It may contact here and come up from below, or it may be horizontal-ish. All of those are good. For me, they work. All of them work fine if you're making that strong defense first. If I'm descending, if I have a little descending on it, you move right into the Mutieren naturally. Not a full shield out, but just a little bit, right? So I'm here, pop, and I'm coming in at this angle. They're going to snap down at him a little bit. I'm already in position to kind of move into that shoot. All right, so first step. Step, fair, step. So left, fair, left. Left, fair, left. Moving into Mutieren. Left, fair, left. Mutieren, left. Left, step, fair. So, Zwerchhau, Mutieren. Zwerchhau, Mutieren. Zwerchhau, Mutieren. How you do your feet is what you need to do. Could be a simple step, could be a shuffle step. I tend to do a little shuffle. To finish it up, we're going to go for a cut low. So, cut, Mutieren, cutting down the lower quarter. Again, I like to do the cut. I'm already in range. I'm already in a position where I don't need to move my feet to hit him, so I'm not going to first. I'm going to do timing of the hand only. I'm going to use my body, my hips, to cut low, and my foot will follow after the fact. All right, so I'm already here. Right, I don't need to get any closer, so it doesn't make sense for me to do that. I'm committing my body to extra movement that doesn't need to happen. Instead, boom, boom, boom. You can cut strong and stably with that without too much of an issue. I can. Some people can. The foot comes after, right? Step. There. Move here. Cut low. All right. That's it for the first sequence. Thanks, guys.